Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us today. I am Alan, as you already no doubt know as you're following the channel. If you're not, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, tick the notifications, make sure you get up-to-date notifications when we upload new videos. Leanne is here, my partner in crime.
Hello!
There she is in the background, making all that noise. So much noise. So Leanne takes care of a lot of unboxing videos on the channel. She does the bake-off boxes, she does the snack crate boxes, or a snack surprise rather. This is an unboxing, but it's something a bit different. It's not going to be anything edible. This is, this could be edible, I guess, if you're that desperate, but I wouldn't advise eating board games. Oh, I've just given it away. There's board games in here. So what we've got here in front of me is the first shipment of the all-in pledge of the Nemesis Lockdown Kickstarter shipping wave 1. Bit of a mouthful, but this is what is literally lying on this table in front of me. 12 kilos, pretty big box as you can already see. So, bit of background on the game. So Nemesis is a very popular game. It's currently on Board Game Geek, if you're familiar with that website. It's got an 8.4 rating and it is rank 23 on the site, which is pretty impressive considering there's a lot of board games around. It's designed by Awaken Realms, and the first board game, Nemesis itself, which should be in this one, fingers crossed, is designed by Awaken Realms and a company called Rebel. Also designed by a gentleman called Adam Kvapinski. I don't know if I said that right. I hope I have. I probably butchered it. I do apologize if I have. So a bit of background on the original Nemesis before we go into where this has come from. The original Nemesis was kickstarted on Kickstarter, funny enough, on the month of February, late January, early February of 2018. It needed a £50,000 pledge goal, and it actually made £3,080,833, which is a significant improvement on what they needed, with a total of 30,552 backers. Very popular. It's sort of appeared in a lot of pop culture, including South Park, when they had that board game episode. If you've watched South Park, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where they don't want the girls playing the board games. It's like a boys' club, and Nemesis actually appears in there. And so I did see an interview with some of the creators, and they said that was one of their crowning achievements, that their board game had made it into something as iconic as South Park. Fast forward to 2020, the coronavirus pandemic shut down pretty much the entire world, and up on Kickstarter in the month of June, popped up Nemesis Lockdown. Now, we are board game fans, but we didn't have any no insight into what Nemesis was before we saw this Kickstarter scrolling through social media feeds. And it took my curiosity because I'm a massive Alien fan. I like Blade Runner, Dead Space, I love horror stuff. And this game, I'd literally describe it as Alien crossed with Blade Runner mixed in with Dead Space. You throw them all in a bowl, mix them together, out comes Nemesis. So, you'll see exactly what I mean, hopefully, when I open the box and start showing different things to you guys. This is exactly what I've just described. So, convenient enough, Nemesis Lockdown was named, I think, before the pandemic, but it came out during a time on Kickstarter when everything was in lockdown, which is quite ironic and quite amusing also at the same time. So, I was going to get my notes back up because the screen was going off. So, for the Lockdown Kickstarter, they needed £40,000 because it's more of like an expansion or like a sequel, I guess you can kind of call it. They actually earned £5,174,153 with a total of 41,907 backers. So, as I've already covered, this is shipment 1 of the Kickstarter. This isn't Lockdown. What they did, for people who didn't know about Nemesis beforehand, they had 2 all-in pledges. They had one that had Lockdown, all-in pledges with all the expansions and all the stretch goals. And then they did like an all-in bundle, an complete Nemesis all-in bundle pledge. That's what we went for. Bit pricey, but so worth it from what I've seen, and hopefully I'll get that validation when we open these boxes and start showing the contents and having a look. This is blind, I haven't opened this box yet. Mr. Slice is with me, so I'm just gonna start opening this box in a minute. I hope you enjoy. Like I said, if you do like the videos that we're putting out, give us some feedback, give some comments, what you like, what you don't like. Hit the subscribe button. Just tell your friends about us. Thank you so much. Let's get to it. I've been itching to open this all day long, and I'm finally getting to do it. Oh, it's the tape. There we go. Okay, so we had to take a slight abrupt cut. Our cat Rags, who you've probably seen in other videos, decided he wanted to have a bit of a hairball fit, so we had to go and sort that out. They said I've sliced all the tape, not opened the box. Leanne can verify.
I can verify.
There we go. She's like the blue tick on Twitter. She's my verifier. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, this is good stiff cardboard. We packed this well. Fair play. So first up, we've got a big sheet. Pop that to the side. My glamorous assistant is going to help me with this. Okay, so wow, they've really packed this extremely well. Fair play. I'm trying to get to the core box first, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, so we'll start pulling out then. So first up out of the box, we've got the medic character expansion. Don't know if that's going to catch on the light or glare too much. We'll be giving, this is going to be part one of a multiple part series of videos. Otherwise this video is going to end up probably about 2 hours long. I'm not going to subject anyone to watching me for 2 hours. That would be really bad. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sort of show what's in the box, and then we're going to do separate videos for like core box, Carnomorphs expansion, etc. And then we're going to open the actual boxes individually on each one. But so first up is the medic. So we'll pop that to the side. Next up is, if you don't like gratuitous imagery, look away now. It's the Carnomorphs expansion. So you need the core box to play this one, obviously, because it is an expansion. And we've got the terrain expansion. So I believe this is going to be doors and shuttles and things like that, which are core of the game. So obviously doors, you go through doors, you lock them, the aliens can break them down, all that sort of stuff from what I gather. I've tried not to look too much at videos because I want to savor the surprise and actually learn to play without seeing other people doing it first. It might sound a bit weird, but I think it's going to be a fun experience just to be able to do that. I'll pass that to my assistant, thank you. Oh, here we go. Here's some of the big boxes. Hang on, because this is deeper than I expected. Okay. Oof, that's heavy. That's heavy in its own right. Okay, Nemesis core box. Oh, that's a big bite. That's actually pretty weighty for that on its own right. This box, with everything in it, weighs 12 kilograms. Pretty heavy. Imagine dragging that in from the delivery driver this morning. Not bad for that. Oh. Okay, then we've got the Aftermath expansion. All the others so far have had pictures of the game itself on the back. This one's just got a piece of artwork, which is actually quite intriguing. I like the look of that. This stack's getting big. It's like the Leaning Tower of board games. Next is the Void Seeders, excuse me, expansion. Again, pretty grotesque imagery on some of these, but personally I think it's amazing. But then I love my horror stuff, so that kind of goes without saying. Okay, then we've got the smaller box now, the King's expansion. So from what I gather, the main, how can I put this, hive overseer, as it were, of the aliens in the game are queens. This is an expansion to allow you to put kings into the game as well. So there's a male and female demographic of the big bad main boss villain, I guess you call it. Okay, then we've got, and Leanne's gonna love this one, we've got space cats. So they've got little models of cats in space suits and alien-fied, is that a word? I don't know, alienized? We'll get to this when we do the next couple of videos. Okay, so, excuse me, got a bit of a tickle today. As a board game kind of says in its own right, it's played on a board. Boards get worn out, they get used, they get bashed, so they had an option of a neoprene mat. I'm not going to open this just yet, it's probably going to be difficult to see with the light catching off it, but this is quite a weight to this and it looks like really good quality. So we'll take a look at that in a minute, well, in the next couple of videos. Okay, what we've got here. So there's a couple of just random, let's say random card packs. I'm not entirely certain what these are yet. So these are going to be something, maybe a special promotional thing. I'm not entirely sure what these are. I might have to look at the list on the Kickstarter shipping list to see what's going on with these. So they're just kind of placed into the box inside this polystyrene enclosure, I think is the word I want to use. Okay, so we've got punch outs on it too. Untold Stories. This is the way the story is kind of told inside the game. It's like a comic book, and from what I gather, it's a comic book where you have the missions and it tells you how to play the missions and the leads into them. I'm not going to show too much of this on the close-up videos because it is content that someone's made for people to buy for the game, so I don't really want to be giving away that content for free. But some of the artwork in this, just flicking through, looks pretty stunning. Just sort of try and get a bit closer on that. I hope that's focusing for you to see. So that's Untold Stories Book 1. We also have Untold Stories, this is significantly thicker, Book 2. So again, there's stunning artwork. It looks literally like a comic book. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm looking forward to reading through these and seeing what they are and what they actually do, because it's got events on there. It almost sounds like a turn to pages kind of book, maybe. Where you've got the events listed. I'm not 100% certain. Again, I've been trying to keep away from spoilers for the game because I want to play it almost blind, as it were. Okay, then we've got some punch outs. I'm assuming this is something to do with the cards I pulled out. Yeah, they both on the same on either side. So that could be related to the cards which were put into the box itself on its own. And I think the last item, which is cellophane, it's hardback as well. It's an art book. I'm a sucker for art books. I absolutely love art books. It's a bit smaller than I was expecting, but I have no doubt the quality inside is going to be absolutely stunning. Art book. Okay, I'm just going to double check, make sure there's nothing underneath this. Nope, that's it. So that's everything in this box at the moment. We're going to cut this filming here, and then we're going to sort of figure out what we're going to do in what videos. It's probably the core box first and foremost. So as I said, this is part 1. This will probably 3 or 4 part videos maybe. Don't know yet, but we'll see how it goes. So we'll catch you in the next part.